Hey guys, so the first video that you saw me post, that was basically me being at my most vulnerable, rawest moment right there. I started the day, I had just started the day, and there was just a lot of emotion, going in, just being, I'm not technically, I don't know if I was technically lied to about this position, or if it was just maybe something that maybe this person was trying to do he was using at me as side money. I have no idea, I just don't know. But anyways, I made a public post about it, and about the whole thing. So the first video, it ends with me talking about nutritional reset. It's actually a theory concept of mine that I've had for many years. In the beginning stages of me being a personal trainer, I had sit-down talks with people, mainly people with first it started with more older people, and then slowly here and there I would start getting fitness consultations, which is basically offering one-on-one personal training with these potential people, my trainees. So anyways, the first thing I found that was very commonplace, a lot of people that they had in common with each other, was the fact that there was a misinterpretation of how they see food. And by the way, if you guys wonder why I'm filming my car, it's actually the most quietest place I could find here. I've kind of lived near farm country in this area here in the Central Valley, and it's there's a lot of building projects, stuff going on in my house. So it kind of get a little noisy there. So I'm using this as a quick platform we're using my car as a studio here, my little light there and everything. So so the first video you saw, it was basically me kind of being emotional about the whole thing, and me not being able to train clients that I've known for years and that I've had to unfortunately set aside. Their ambitions on wanting to train. They're still training alone, and I can only get so much free advice, over the phone, that it's just not effective enough. It's enough to keep things kind of some parts going here and there, but they need trainers. So long story short, like I said on the video, I talked about nutritional resetting. That's a concept, a theory that I've had for many years, where in some cases, and these are ones that I wouldn't call them extreme. I just think they need a crash course on food, nutrition, how you see food, how you can, I gotta eat a different way. We all eat the same, but just how you appreciate it too as well. There's a lot of mental factors that come into fitness, okay? And as a trainer, life coach, nutritional consultant, whatever you want to call yourself, even dietitian, can agree with me that you need to be well-rounded with your food. What I mean by that means just a good food group of vegetables, high-quality grains and nuts, when to eat your carbs, when not to eat your carbs, and this all goes with nutritional resetting. Now, like I said, there's many cases that this can be in. This can fall in case for a professional athlete, a novice, average gym goer, or someone who's never set foot in the gym. This can help you basically tweak, the longevity. Basically, when I mean tweak, I mean it can adjust the quality of your workouts, pre and post, feelings, how you feel before and after, how you sleep. I think also preventative measures, whether like what we call falling off the wagon, okay? Man, my arm's getting tired here. I'm gonna give a couple examples here, okay? These are pure examples of nutritional resetting. I'm using a very basic person here who has never been to the gym. Okay, let's just say they've probably been a couple times in their life, right? But maybe some people get a little scared sometimes, the activities that go wrong, being your first time there, all of a sudden there's a big old bodybuilder there next to you slamming weights, and all of a sudden just the sheer force of that just like, okay, I'm getting the heck out of here. What am I doing? You make yourself question. The environment it makes you question whether you are actually going to be there or not. You know, depending on which gym you go, there's all different types. You know, there's all different types of characteristic types of gyms out there, and I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, I was very emotional in the very first video, and I called a lot of places cookie cutters, and I use that for trainers and certain gyms that basically start very humble in the beginning, and then they basically downsize everything. They neglect the equipment. They let go essential people as part of the company so they can keep their pockets full. That's what I call cookie cutter. You turn into a cookie cutter system. It's like an assembly line. You manifest into an assembly line of cookie cutter gyms that basically don't last long. So either you might have to change your name, or you might have to go to a different location, do it all over again, because those people have the money to afford it, where I don't. Okay, and same thing goes for trainers too. Basically, you just kind of get passed down kind of redundant knowledge about basically just lifting and basically powerlifting and bodybuilding, and when to eat carbs, when not to eat carbs, and chicken breasts and that sort of thing. And listen, that's all great. That's all great. The thing is, in the very beginning, in the stages of your workouts, okay, when a person who's never been to a gym goes to a gym for the first time, okay, they're not necessarily going into that gym nutritionally prepared. That's what nutritional resetting means. It's to prepare you for the environment that you are about to be in, okay? Now, as a beginner, this really helps a lot because you go through all the trials of body adjustments through the nutritional resetting process alone. So for someone who eats, and I know someone who just eats burgers all the time, and they just go to restaurants and they probably never had a home cooked meal with fresh vegetables picked from the garden or at farmer's market, and cook with high quality, you know, olive oil and just a little pinch of salt here and there, and just eating fresh vegetables with high quality oils. And I see high quality oils and these nutritional transporters around your body. Think of it like high quality oil for your engine, right? Takes things where they need to go to your brain, to your joints, things in that too. That's why I experiment with a lot of oils, but it's a conversation left for another time. So nutritional resetting, that I get a little fumbly over the words. As a beginner, you basically are eating as if you are training. Now, please do not get this confused by taking supplements and pre-workouts before you go to your office. Else you're gonna be typing like madness, like crazy, and being all itched out and stuff like that too. You gotta be careful with those pre-workouts, post-workout stuff too. Anything, I just like, get a cup of coffee, and if I do take anything that's a supplement form, I have to make sure it's non-GMO. I kind of follow, no artificial food coloring. I stay away from things like that. I'm not saying you have to, but I do feel in the future that it's going to veer towards that very much so. Quality ingredients in foods. Even the way we see sugars as well. Jesus, a lot of trainers now will tell you all sugars are the same, don't matter. Corn syrup, it's not the same. No, a couple grams of sugar from a rock star and a couple grams of sugar from eating an apple are way different. They're consumed and interpreted differently by your receptors in your body and your stomach lining and all that kind of stuff in your intestines. It reads it differently. For those who think that sugar from an energy drink is the same from a sugar from a fresh picked mango, it's a different type of sugar. You have to understand it will be consumed differently. One will only prevail most generously for your body, and the other one is just going to be a sugar crash straight to the brain. Do you get sugar crashes from eating apples? No, I don't think so. But it's all fiber. There's not enough sugar in there. It's like, trust me, there's just enough sugar in there from an apple. Now, let's get back to nutritional resetting here. As a beginner, you are going to eat as if you are in the gym. So, like, what I mean by not taking supplements, it's okay to take a protein shake. A diuretic, something to take and consume, is okay. However, I wouldn't do it every day before going to the gym. You're gonna be urinating a lot, okay? That's just the whole. If you're not having any physical activity and you're just sitting down and you drink a protein shake, a lot of the essential nutrients will not be consumed into the bloodstream because your heart is not pumping, your metabolism is not taking place, and there's no breakdown of muscle tissue taking place, so it's not gonna course through your body. That's why people take protein shakes before and after the gym, because of that state, your body's in a state of flux, and then everything courses through your body. That's why you have a pump. So therefore the protein, and if you have healthy oils, too, essential oils, I think. It'll actually transport those essential ingredients to your muscle fibers for repairing itself, okay? All right, now, to understand nutritional resetting, like I said, don't think too much like a bodybuilder and start stacking up on supplements. It's okay to have supplements, it really is okay. But please, don't overdose on supplements and then minimize the eating. I see people do it. More protein bars and less vegetables. It should be the other way around. More vegetables and less protein bars, but still using them nonetheless. Okay? Now, about 10 minutes into this video here, to get a clear understanding of nutritional resetting, remember, it's for you to understand food much differently, for you to see it differently, for you to react with it differently. And let's get straight to the point. Your body's going to react differently just from eating the food. Now, think about this for a second. Just by nutritional resetting, because when you go to a gym, you kind of have an instinctive approach to start drinking a protein shake and start eating healthy just by going to the gym alone. Now, what happens is when you stimulate your body by putting all this exertion while having a previous diet leading up to that workout, and all that previous diet was just burgers and restaurants and fried foods and chicken wings, your experience will not be very pleasant. I'm telling you, it'll be unpleasant, and it's going to be very cumbersome compared to the guy next to you that looks like he's having a blast working out, even though he's pumping and working hard. And you can see the energy between someone who's struggling and someone who's having a good time in the gym. I'm pretty sure you're seeing different characteristics. For those who are novices in the gym, you might say like, damn, that guy's got some flow going on. He's got some rhythm. I don't know what he's on. Obviously, he's not on anything. He's actually on an energetic. He's tapped into something. I can teach you how to do that by building a strong foundation. Nutritional resetting, okay? So for someone who's never stepped foot in the gym for a very long time, let's just say for 8 months, even for a couple years, I would say, you got to start your day fresh in the morning. Very important time. The first thing you got to do straight up is drink a bottle of water. I don't suggest anything huge like those big 1-gallon jugs. Just a simple bottle of water in the morning. It's something that I suggest to all my clients, all my trainees doing nutritional consulting. If your focus is on losing weight, even cleansing, or even bodybuilding itself, you got to have a form of replenishment in the morning. So the first thing you have to do is have a bottle of water next to your nightstand and drink that bottle of water. Not pound it, but just start drinking in the morning, okay? The next thing you're going to do, okay, is revolve yourself around fruits, grains, and nuts, like high quality nuts like cashews, almonds, steel cut oats, and then you have your apples and bananas, and then you have berries and things like that too. Please don't eat them all at once. Just kind of pick 1 or 2 and just make a little combination and have that soon after your bottle of water. Now what this does, okay, and it has also been proven that eating fruits with sugar, not large amounts of sugar, but just blueberries here and there, mixed with a little bit of your oatmeal or some of that too, it will spike your metabolism. But now here's also a precursor to that too. The water itself that you ingested also increases your metabolism. Now there are theories but there are studies that show it goes up to 300% your metabolism by hydrating yourself in the morning. So remember, if your focus is on being cut, all you people wanting 6-packs out there and all that kind of sort of thing, water is the first thing you got to be in the morning. It's got to be like a religious thing, and I mean you got to pray to the bottle of water. Jesus Christ, let me drink this bottle. You got to do that, okay? Just drink it. Just make sure it's an automatic response to your body casually. Wake up, stare at the sunrise, and then drink your bottle of water. Even for people too as well who work night shifts and all that kind of, when you wake up at any time, drink a bottle of fresh water or a fresh source of water, wherever you get it from, wells or anything like that too. I encourage wells, good minerals in there. And then revolve around your fruits, your nuts, and then your vegetables, okay? Eggs are great too to have, okay? Now, I don't want to recommend how many or how much, because the people that are probably looking at this video is going to be a mass variety of all types, okay? From endomorphs to mesomorphs to ectomorphs. And if you want to know the body types, we can get into that later. But there's different body types, and you can also switch which body type you can be in depending on your daily habits of eating. Now remember, this needs to be the foundation of your nutritional reset. Now the sucky part that you might hate or you might love about a nutritional reset is for beginners, for 2 weeks to about a month, 2 weeks to about a full month, you're gonna be eating, I hate to say eat clean, because then you're going to say, what's eating clean? I just kind of labeled a beginning approach to the whole thing here. You're going to be waking up, drinking your bottle of water, okay? whatever little routine you got, brush your teeth or something like that too, or drink your bottle of water after you brush your teeth. Go ahead. Just make sure it's the first thing that you got to do, okay? Even if you take medication, I would hydrate the body first before you take any type of medication. Whether you have diabetes, if you're on some sort of, high blood pressure, anything to help you recover whatever you might be injured from, or disease that you're suffering from. So drink that bottle of water in the morning. Take whatever medication that you are taking, okay? I can't be in specific what people are taking nowadays. I'm just trying to get a broad perspective here. And then basically you revolve around your fruits, your nuts, and your grains, okay? I have a video in the very first portion of this, and it's called My Ideal Day. You'll kind of see an idea of how I eat. That has not changed since. You can go back to that video. There's also a couple of videos on this YouTube channel that are absolutely just me, just kind of being a theatrical, poetic workout guy in the gym. And I back then, when I had a little bit saved money, I just wanted to help people. So I had a company called healthbodymindcareer.com, and then basically it was just to focus about people's health in all avenues, whether you're a firefighter, an office guy, a guy who works at Burger King, a restaurant, a waitress. Basically I could try to fit a fitness style that could adapt, and you would basically pick type 1, type 2, type 3. It's like, oh man, a type 3 would be great for me as a waiter because I'm always standing up all the time, and I should take advantage of eating while I stand up to increase my metabolism. I don't know, it was just like it was a long story, okay? It's a failed business, okay? You're more welcome to look at those videos and laugh all you want and make fun of them. It's okay. I'm not taking them down because all it was, my intent was to help people. I don't think I was even charging anything. I just wanted people just to listen to me and hear what I had to say about fitness and health and the elephant in the room, and and every regular job I had, I always get in trouble because of my fitness passions. I'm late to work because I'm at the gym too long, okay? I leave work too early because I want to go to the gym. I get in trouble for veering off my work because people always ask me, what type of food's in my Tupperware. So the lifestyle, no matter what, is constant in my life, everlasting. And like I said, I'm a sadistic animal when it comes to fitness. I cannot try to. I want to suck the life of fitness and take it into my veins, and I want to create a philosophy, a system, a concept, okay, which is the nutritional reset. Remember, this is a foundation. There'll be lots of concepts that I can come up in the future, but right now, everything starts with a beginning. Every success story starts with a good beginning, doesn't it? Even whether it be hardship or a good start to a movie or anything like that, whatever like that, or to your story, whatever. But the nutritional reset, okay, remember, this applies, of course, to people in the gym. If you want to just better your life and just eat great, the nutritional reset is just going to be constant. You're just going to basically just be eating clean. Like I said, I gave you a good morning approach. I'm going to get to your lunch and your dinners and your brunches and all that kind of stuff later, what you should be eating. But basically, to have an ideal concept of what I'm covering, of what kind of foods that you'll be eating, you got to get used to like white meats like chicken breasts and things like, maybe trying halibut and salmon, wild Alaskan salmon, and eating fresh greens, mixed greens, kale, dense greens, and things like that too. Notice I'm not saying anything like breads or anything. I typically don't eat a lot of breads. I do like to stay lean. I do like to be in the mesomorph, ectomorph area of the body characteristics of how they're labeled, which typically means a leaner body, okay? But I do also like being big, which is a mesomorph type of body, getting a little bit more broad, but also have an ectomorph, which is more of a cut body. These are things that are explained in the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. It's a book that I encourage you to read. I'll mention it in later videos. But like I said, the nutritional reset is a good approach to help people create a good solid foundation so you don't fall off the wagon. Many people are just falling off the wagon and they get so confused. It's like their nutrition becomes like a Ferris wheel of chaos when they're in the gym, because first of all, you get confused in the gym, and even if you do have a breakthrough, it hurts so bad you're not really sure how to recover. The only thing maybe you could think of is a protein shake. Sometimes you actually do need to eat a lean steak. Sometimes you do need more amino acids, so you do need a high quality red meat, a tenderloin, a top portion cut, a high quality cut. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need something just more lean, or just direct protein like chicken breast. How much are you going to season it? What do you got to put on it? Are you going to douse it with a bunch of ranch? Condiments are secret killers out there. Notice I'm kind of saying everything at once here. There's a lot of things. In your environment too. Your home is your church for your body. Okay, your body's like a temple, covered by this church at your home. And basically, what's what's happening is that's a place of recovery. That's a place where you have to have the support system of all the effort that's going in the gym. You have to be able to fall back on that support system at your home. And sometimes you can even have everything right. Sometimes it could be a conflict, maybe like I've had cases where sometimes a significant other doesn't want a person to be in shape. That's so weird. I've never heard of that until I actually seen it happen. But there's cases like that. There's just people that are just they see almost fitness as a selfish deed now. I don't know where that stems from. I see it as just being healthy, having fun, a kick-ass time in the gym, and connecting with my customers, because I like to work out with them. Like I said, I had to hold myself back because I realized, like, holy crap, in the beginning I got 3 more clients. I can't keep working out with you guys. I gotta actually instruct you more instead of working out with you and having fun. That's the kind of trainer I was. You know, and in the first video, like I said, my job basically was it was lied to, given to me. It was just like a game, I guess, maybe they were playing. I have no idea. But basically that left me incomeless, and not to mention that my fitness also revolves around acting and modeling. I'm an amateur actor model, but my fitness is kind of the main crop of the pyramid, though. The acting and modeling is just kind of like a side effect of just me being in the gym. It's like, hey, if I could wear a shirt and help promote your business, I would love to help you guys out. Or something like that. So that's the way I see it, you know, just helping people out. You know, it's a side effect, you know. I feel that bettering yourself and being healthy can lead you to do great things, to attract positive people around you, to spread positive vibes around your surroundings, your environment, and also your home too as well, your work life, you know. So nutritional resetting, notice this is more catered to beginners. I'll get more to the advanced people, and more of the people who probably do go 3 times a week, and you guys are probably like the super resilient ones, and you guys have like this up and down crash. You guys, those are the ones that have to be very careful, because your body cannot take that much fluctuation, especially when you have stress involved. The body, it likes to stay at a very certain state. The body likes to be stimulated, of course, but its state of its you know, of how your body's going to look, you know, its proportions, your body likes to stay in its state with a good support system, which is good nutrition, eating habits, and things like that too. Another tip I'm just going to add out there, because the majority of people do ask that being toned and lean is the number one, you know, that's the number one request I got as a trainer as far back as 10 years ago. Even in the Navy, how do I be more lean and toned, man? How do I do that? How do I do that? And you gotta watch out for that, because the skin is an organ, and your muscle tissue is skeletal tissue. It's attached to your skeletal system. So your muscles are muscles, and your skin is an organ. So to show off those muscles, you have to treat your skin a little bit differently. That's another, you'd be surprised. There's actual a beauty routine that you kind of have to use to kind of show off the hard work that you've gained. And that's also another theory that I'll get into, but I want to stick with just nutritional resetting right now. And guys, I know I'm doing this in a car right now, and there's like 20 minutes in. If there's people who are following right now, I'm glad that you're following me at this point, because I promise I won't ever fail anybody. I'll try to have my contact information below and links also provided, so you can contact me with information, and so you can ask about nutritional resetting. This isn't something that is made up. It's a theory and a concept that I put into practice on a few customers that I've known for over maybe about 4 or 5 years now. And I've noticed that they're the ones that are the most stable. They're the most, they don't seem to be falling off, even getting off surgery and getting off that stuff too. It's amazing. Even for me too as well, staying at the peak that I want to be at my age. You know, it's very easy to fall off the wagon when you get in your older 20s, 30s, things like that. So it's very important to stay consistent, and then you got to have these motivators that keep you consistent. So with nutritional resetting, you know what it's going to do when you go in on your first day of the gym? This is how I'm going to explain it. Your day one is not going to be in the gym. Your day one's going to be at home in the kitchen, or at the store, preparing, clearing out your pantry of all the old stuff that you had. and you're basically replacing it with apples and good grains and some almonds and chicken breasts and mixed veggies, frozen veggies, healthy oils like olive oil, coconut oil, and good nutritional transports that you can cook with, so that can actually seep into vegetables, so that can actually dissolve better in your body. I think I actually eat quite a bit of fats, mostly in oil form. Like I said, I see them as nutritional transports. I think it's good for your skin, your hair, your eyes, all that sort of thing. But with sticking with nutritional resetting, like I said, the foundation that's going to give you is the fact that you've been eating good for 2 weeks to about a month, right? Think about the concept for a second. You're eating for about 2 solid weeks to about a month, okay? I've given you the morning approach, okay? I'll come out with a second video with an afternoon lunch, or you can just go back to the very first video that I have on my YouTube channel, and you can kind of see my ideal day. You can see I wake up. It hasn't changed for over many years, and I just have super long hair. That's the only difference. But you can kind of get an idea of what I eat throughout the day, and it really isn't that much because I'm actually getting cut. I'm even drinking a protein shake and all that kind of stuff, and I talk about all that stuff in there. But the nutritional resetting, along with that program while you're working out, now what's going to happen is you're not going to the gym for 2 weeks to about a month, okay? For all you beginners out there. So you're all gonna really hate that. You're gonna hate that so much, because when you start eating clean, is your energy levels do go up, but sometimes you have a little bit of a fatigue hit and you have these little peaks of energy, and it's like, man, I feel great. I feel like I can handle all this. But here's the thing, you need your digestive system to start allowing itself to adapt to that new eating habit at a very calm level, where you can handle it at your work environment, your home environment, so that when you go back to when you go start to the gym, all right, and you have your first day one, which could be 20 days in, 15 days in, however you feel confident, if that nutritional resetting has seeped in, have you been doing it consistently long enough for you to start your day one in the gym. Now that day one is going to feel much more different than your last day one, when you went there just eating a bunch of burger patties and restaurant tacos from here and whatever that, and drinking all that kind of stuff, and you go in the gym and just feeling like you were in a desert and someone just beat you with a bat. And then you're going to have all this nutritional resetting as a foundation, and you're going to think about that. That's what's great about it. You're going to think about it, you know what, I'm going to have a good experience. No, I'm not going to give up. I've eaten too clean. I've eaten too right. I've hydrated too properly. I've had accountability day after day. You'll say that as reinforcement while you're day one. So your day one is super motivated. It's like Super Saiyan motivated, man. It's crazy. The amount of motivation that you'll carry is also reinforced, guess what? With actual good food that is inside of you. So now what? Now you're ahead of the curve on day one than someone who's probably on day 20 that's had a bad diet. You got what I'm saying? I mean, obviously your day 20 will be your day one in the gym. I'm getting to the point comparing that to someone who's just going to the gym all the time that haven't changed their diet yet, and they're just struggling, and then they have bad stomach problems and they can't do that. Here's the thing about that nutritional resetting too. Eating good food sometimes can be a little, your digestive system can sometimes, start going out of whack. You might start voiding your bowels maybe a little bit more often. But think about it. Why would you want to go through that experience while you're also working your ass in the gym? Think of nutritional resetting as a precursor to your day one. Now, however long you want to build that however you want to reset your mind on nutrition, people are going to come up with all these different terms maybe. I don't know who's going to catch on to it. I hope someone famous does, and just say like, hey, I'm resetting my nutrition right now. I'm resetting everything. Oh, what does that mean? It's like, I'm just focused on the healthy eating part right now. I gotta make sure my insides have got all the best shit in it. I gotta make sure it has the best quality chicken that I could find. It's got to make sure it has the best good vegetables, free range eggs, hopefully if I could find them. And you can notice that free range eggs, their shells are much harder than those store white ones that you barely tap and they crack. It's because it's a strong egg, it comes from a strong animal. I want the genes of that food to pass on to my body and also me become stronger. That's why I believe a little bit more on organics and non-GMO products. Okay, so nutritional resetting for beginners, remember, your first 2 weeks to about a month is basically going to oh crap, my light went out. 2 weeks to about a month is basically going to be you eating correctly, okay, for 2 weeks to about a month, okay, eating the right way, and making sure that you have proper nutrition, everything in hand. I will go over that later video, like I said. We also have a support system. I have a GoFundMe page that I put at the very bottom of the link to as well. This is for I have a production media team. I might have actually just blown out the battery in my car. My car might not start right now. It's crazy. But I'm already 30 minutes almost in here, so I'm just gonna end it. That I do have a great production team with some young guys right now. They're young and hungry, great, ambitious young guys, and women too. That are into making great films, and I would love to actually have a nutritional resetting documentary or something made about it, because I also do acting too as well. It's also to fund the actors that I would love to have in the films, that, you know, get them paid, at least afford them lunch here and there, and then also to also afford the clients that cannot afford the training with me. There's honestly just some sincere people that only can afford $40 a month. I feel so bad for them, but if I can at least give them 1 month of solid training, everything they need to know, this donation allows that to help me to afford a lifestyle where I can actually get there and back and just, you know, and promote good products, you know, along the way too. So please, a huge support system for us is down there. I really do believe, you know, power of donation is really strong. I'll keep making videos. Like I said, I made the first one earlier today. That was a lot of frustration. I've calmed down, obviously, but I just care about people, and I let them down. And this is my way to try to help them back by trying to educate, create educational systems on social media, and also you know, like YouTube platforms, which this is on, and also creating movies that maybe encourage people to as well, to actually inspire them to, you know, get them going, you know, get them thinking. I've been inspired by movies myself, you know. So I'll leave it with that, and we'll talk more on nutritional resetting for more advanced and novice people as well on the next video, and I hope to have your support on this, and hope to click the like button below. Take care, bye.